Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt like the years just appeared overnight? Like your skin looks a little duller, maybe more tired than usual. Or perhaps you notice those little aches and pains settling in. Or find yourself feeling more fatigued, even after a full night's sleep. It can be frustrating, can't it? We try to eat right, stay active. But sometimes, despite our best efforts, we just don't feel as vibrant as we used to. It's a painful reality that as we age, our bodies change, and things that used to be simple can become surprising challenges. But what if I told you that one of the most basic things you do every single day, something you probably don't even think about, could be quietly contributing to feeling older, faster? It's true. We're talking about something as simple, as fundamental, as drinking water. It seems so obvious, yet there are subtle mistakes many of us make with our water habits, especially as we get a little older. That can actually speed up those signs of aging we'd rather avoid. Things like dry, less elastic skin, feeling low on energy, issues with digestion, or even just that general feeling of being off. In this video, we're going to uncover 5 common water drinking mistakes that people over 60 often make. And more importantly, simple ways to fix them so you can feel more energetic, support your skin, and just generally feel better day to day. These aren't complicated fixes, but paying attention to them can make a world of difference. Stick around, because understanding these simple errors and how to correct them could really surprise you with the positive changes you see and feel. So, let's dive right in and talk about the first, and perhaps the most fundamental, mistake many of us fall into as the years go by. This is one you might suspect, but the reasons behind it are deeper than you might think. The first mistake is quite simply not drinking enough water throughout the day. Now, you might think, okay, tell me something I don't know. But it's not just about feeling thirsty. As we age, our body's ability to sense thirst can actually decrease. Those strong signals we might have felt in our younger years become a little quieter, a little easier to ignore. Combine that with sometimes being less active, or perhaps taking certain medications that can affect hydration. And it's a recipe for subtle, chronic dehydration. Why does this make you age faster? Well, think about what water does for your body. It's involved in practically every single process. For your skin, which is often the first place we see signs of aging, water is absolutely crucial for maintaining elasticity and that healthy, plump look. When you're dehydrated, your skin can look drier, duller, and fine lines and wrinkles can become much more noticeable. It's like a grape versus a raisin. A well-hydrated grape is plump and smooth. A raisin is, well, aged and wrinkled because it's lost its water content. While we can't reverse the clock completely, keeping your skin well hydrated from the inside out certainly helps it look its best and most youthful. But it goes far beyond just your appearance. Dehydration impacts your energy levels significantly. Water is essential for transporting nutrients and oxygen to your cells. When you don't have enough, your circulation can become sluggish, making you feel tired, fatigued, and just generally run down. That afternoon slump you might experience. Sometimes it's not just needing a nap or another cup of coffee. It could be your body crying out for water. Feeling tired makes you feel older, doesn't it? It makes simple tasks feel harder and dampens your enthusiasm for getting out and doing things. Dehydration also affects your joints. The cartilage that cushions your joints contains a lot of water. Staying hydrated helps keep that cartilage healthy and lubricated, which can make a big difference in reducing stiffness and aches if your joints feel creaky or painful. Ensuring you're properly hydrated is one of the simplest things you can do to support them. It won't cure arthritis, of course, but it can certainly help manage discomfort and keep you moving more freely. Digestion is another area heavily reliant on water. Water helps break down food and keeps things moving smoothly through your digestive tract. If you're not drinking enough, you can become prone to constipation, bloating, and just generally feeling uncomfortable. Good digestion is key to feeling healthy and vibrant, and proper hydration is a cornerstone of that. So, how do you fix this first mistake of not drinking enough? Since your thirst signals might be less reliable, you need to be more intentional. Don't wait until you feel parched. A good rule of thumb is to try and sip water consistently throughout the day. Keep a glass or bottle nearby wherever you are, at your favorite armchair, on your bedside table, with you when you're out and about. Aim for around 6 to 8 glasses a day. But listen to your body and consider your activity level and the climate. A simple strategy is to start your day with a glass of water, have a glass between meals, and another in the late afternoon and evening. Setting reminders on your phone or using a simple water tracking app can be surprisingly helpful. Make it a habit, like taking your medications or brushing your teeth. It might feel like a chore at first, but soon it will become second nature, and you'll likely notice the difference in how you feel. Now, drinking enough is crucial, but it's not the only thing that matters. That brings us to our second common mistake: drinking the wrong kind of water, or relying on other beverages instead of plain water. It's easy to think, well, I had several cups of tea, or I drank a fizzy drink, and count that towards your fluid intake. While these beverages do contain water, they also often come with baggage, caffeine, sugar, artificial sweeteners, or other compounds that can actually have a dehydrating effect, or simply don't provide the same pure hydration benefits as plain water. Sugary drinks, in particular, are loaded with empty calories and can contribute to inflammation, which is a key factor in accelerating the aging process throughout your body. The sugar spike and crash can also leave you feeling more tired and less stable. Then there's the question of water quality. Depending on where you live, tap water can contain chlorine, fluoride, lead from old pipes, or other contaminants. While municipal water is treated to be safe, some people are sensitive to the chemicals used or are concerned about long-term exposure. Bottled water might seem like a good alternative, but the quality varies wildly. It can be expensive, and the plastic waste is a significant environmental burden. Plus, some studies have raised concerns about chemicals from the plastic potentially leaching into the water, especially if the bottles are exposed to heat. So, the mistake isn't just the lack of plain water, but actively replacing it with less beneficial alternatives or drinking water that might contain unwanted elements. How do you fix this? Prioritize plain, clean water. If you don't like the taste of your tap water, consider investing in a water filter, a pitcher filter, a faucet filter, or even a more comprehensive undersink system. Filtered tap water is often a great balance of quality, cost, and environmental friendliness. If plain water feels boring, try infusing it naturally with slices of cucumber, lemon, lime, oranges, or berries. Herbal teas without added sugar can be a good addition to your fluid intake. But remember, they aren't a direct substitute for water, especially if they contain caffeine. The goal is to make plain water your primary source of hydration throughout the day, enjoying other beverages in moderation as treats or supplements, not replacements. Focusing on clean, pure water ensures your body is getting the best possible hydration without added stressors or empty calories that can contribute to feeling and looking older. Knowing that you're giving your body this clean, essential fuel is a powerful feeling in itself. Now that we've talked about making sure you're drinking enough water and choosing the right kind, let's move on to our next couple of mistakes, which are all about how and when you drink your water. Because the timing and method can matter just as much as the quantity and quality when it comes to effective hydration and avoiding those subtle aging effects. Continuing our conversation about water and how it affects how quickly we might feel the signs of aging, let's look at the third common mistake people over 60 make, and this one is all about timing. It's drinking water at the wrong times, or perhaps, more accurately, not being mindful of when you're consuming the bulk of your water One key area where timing becomes important is around meal times. Many people have gotten into the habit of drinking large quantities of water right before, during, or immediately after eating. While a little bit of water with a meal is perfectly fine and can aid in swallowing, drinking a large glass or two can actually dilute your natural digestive enzymes. These enzymes, produced in your body, are crucial for breaking down food properly so your body can absorb the nutrients. If you wash them all away or dilute them excessively with a flood of water, your digestion can become less efficient. This can lead to feelings of bloating, indigestion, and a less effective breakdown of the very nutrients your body needs to repair and regenerate, processes that are essential for staying youthful and vibrant. Over time, poor nutrient absorption can contribute to feeling low on energy and even impact the health of your skin, hair, and bones. Think of your digestive system like a finely tuned machine. You want to give it the best chance to work optimally. Another timing mistake can be drinking a large amount of water right before bed. Now, staying hydrated is important right up until you settle down for the night. But chugging a big glass of water just as you're winding down is a surefire way to interrupt your sleep. Most people over 60 already find their sleep patterns changing, often waking up more frequently during the night. Adding a full bladder to the mix is only going to make this worse, and we all know how crucial good, uninterrupted sleep is for feeling and looking young. It's during sleep that our bodies do a lot of their repair work, from cell regeneration to consolidating memories. Chronic poor sleep contributes significantly to feeling fatigued, affecting mood, impacting cognitive function, and even showing up on your face as tired eyes or dull skin. Waking up multiple times a night to use the bathroom is disruptive sleep, plain and simple. And that disruption ages you. So, how do you get the timing right? The best approach is to sip water consistently throughout the day. As we discussed earlier, this keeps you steadily hydrated without creating sudden floods that interfere with digestion or sleep. Aim to finish your last significant water intake about 2 to 3 hours before your usual bedtime. Of course, if you need a small sip during the evening, that's fine, but avoid large quantities. For meals, try to drink most of your water about 20-30 minutes before eating, or wait about an hour after finishing your meal before having a large drink. A small glass, with the meal, is usually okay, but be mindful of the quantity. This allows your digestive enzymes to do their job effectively. By being strategic about when you hydrate, you support both efficient digestion and restful sleep, two pillars of staying feeling and looking younger. Now, let's talk about the fourth mistake, which is related to how you drink. This might sound a little strange, but drinking your water too quickly, or chugging large amounts at once, can actually be less effective for hydration and put unnecessary stress on your body. When you drink a large volume of water very quickly, your body gets a signal that there's a sudden excess of fluid. Your kidneys, which are responsible for filtering waste and regulating fluid balance, respond by trying to eliminate this excess as quickly as possible. This often means you'll just end up needing to use the bathroom soon after. And much of that water doesn't actually get absorbed and distributed to the cells and tissues that really need it for long-term hydration. It's like trying to water a dry potted plant by dumping a whole jug on it at once. Most of the water will run straight through the pot and out the bottom without soaking into the soil properly. Effective hydration is about absorption at the cellular level. When you sip water slowly and steadily throughout the day, your body can process it more efficiently. The water is absorbed gradually into your bloodstream and then transported to your cells, where it's used for all those vital functions we talked about: maintaining skin elasticity, supporting joint health, aiding digestion, and fueling your brain. Gulping down water, on the other hand, can just lead to it passing right through you, leaving your cells still thirsty in the long run. Rapidly drinking large amounts of water can also sometimes dilute your blood too quickly, potentially lowering sodium levels in a condition called hyponatremia, which can be dangerous, especially for older adults or those with certain health conditions. While this is more common in extreme cases like endurance athletes who rehydrate improperly, Drinking excessively fast and large volumes regularly isn't the optimal way to support your body's delicate fluid balance. So, the fix here is simple: slow down and sip. Instead of reaching for a huge glass when you suddenly feel thirsty and trying to finish it in seconds, get into the habit of drinking smaller amounts more frequently throughout the day. Carry a water bottle with you and take sips every 15-30 minutes. This approach ensures a steady supply of water is being absorbed effectively by your body, keeping your cells optimally hydrated throughout the day. It avoids overburdening your kidneys and helps prevent that feeling of drinking a lot, but still feeling thirsty, or just ending up in the bathroom all the time. Slower. Steady hydration is much more beneficial for feeling and looking vibrant as you age. It's a gentle way to nourish your body from the inside out. We've covered the importance of drinking enough, choosing clean water, being mindful of the timing around meals and bedtime, and the benefits of sipping versus gulping. There's one more crucial mistake that's often overlooked, and it involves truly listening to your body's signals, or lack thereof, which becomes increasingly important as we get older. All right, we've talked about the quantity, the quality, the timing, and the speed of your water intake. Now, let's uncover the fifth and final water drinking mistake that can subtly age you faster, especially after 60. This mistake is perhaps the most insidious because it involves ignoring or misinterpreting your body's natural cues. The fifth mistake is relying solely on feeling intense thirst to tell you when to drink, and not paying attention to the more subtle signals your body sends before you reach that point of being parched. As we've touched on earlier, the sensation of thirst can diminish with age. What felt like an urgent need for water in your younger years might, later in life, present as a more generalized feeling of fatigue, a slight headache, difficulty concentrating, dry mouth that isn't severe, or even just feeling a bit irritable. By the time you feel really thirsty, you are likely already a couple of % dehydrated. Even mild dehydration at this level can impact cognitive function, mood, and energy levels. It's like letting the fuel tank get almost empty before you think about filling it. It puts unnecessary stress on the system. Also, sometimes we mistake thirst signals for hunger. We might feel a pang and reach for a snack when what our body really needs is water. Eating when you're actually thirsty doesn't provide the hydration your body craves and can sometimes even exacerbate the feeling of being unwell if you're dehydrated. Ignoring these subtle signals, day in and day out, means your body is constantly operating in a slightly depleted state. This chronic low level of dehydration adds cumulative stress to your organs, affects the efficiency of cellular processes, and contributes to that overall feeling of weariness and accelerated aging. Your skin cells are less able to maintain their structure. Your joints might feel stiffer sooner. Your digestion could be sluggish, and your brain might feel foggy. It's like driving a car that's always low on essential fluids. It might keep running for a while, but the parts will wear out faster. How do you correct this fifth mistake? You become a detective of your own body's signals, and you practice proactive hydration rather than reactive hydration. Don't wait for the strong feeling of thirst. Use the strategies we discussed earlier, sipping water consistently throughout the day. Maybe starting with a glass first thing in the morning, having water at regular intervals between meals. This proactive approach ensures your body stays well hydrated and prevents you from ever reaching that point of significant thirst and the associated subtle symptoms of dehydration. Pay attention to how you feel. If you're feeling unexpectedly tired, have a mild headache, or just feel a bit off, try drinking a glass of water and see if that helps. You might be surprised how often these feelings are simply a call for hydration. Make a conscious effort to distinguish between hunger and thirst. Sometimes, if you feel hungry but it hasn't been long since your last meal, try drinking a glass of water first and waiting a few minutes. If the feeling subsides, it might have been thirst all along. This proactive approach, this mindful attention to your body's hydration needs before they become urgent cries, is a powerful way to support your health and vitality as you age. It's about giving your body the consistent support it needs to function optimally, which in turn helps you feel more energetic, keeps your skin looking healthier, supports your physical comfort, and helps your mind stay sharper. So, we've covered the 5 water drinking mistakes that can make you feel and look older faster after 60. Not drinking enough overall, drinking the wrong kind of water or substituting it with less healthy beverages, drinking water at unhelpful times like right before bed or too much with meals, gulping water down too quickly instead of sipping, and ignoring your body's subtle, quieter thirst signals. Making simple adjustments to these habits might seem minor, but they can have a profound impact on how you feel day to day. Remember, you don't have to transform everything overnight. Start small. Maybe focus on drinking a glass of water first thing in the morning, or commit to sipping water between breakfast and lunch. Once that feels comfortable, add another change. Small, consistent steps lead to lasting habits and significant improvements over time. Staying well hydrated is one of the most fundamental, yet powerful, things you can do to support your body's natural processes. Maintain your energy levels, keep your skin looking as healthy as possible, and just generally feel more comfortable and vibrant as you continue to enjoy life after 60. It's about nourishing yourself from the inside out. I truly hope these insights are helpful to you. Have you noticed any of these habits in yourself? Or perhaps experienced the benefits of improving your hydration? I'd love to hear your thoughts or your own tips in the comments section below. Sharing our experiences can help everyone in this wonderful community. If you found this video helpful and encouraging, please give it a thumbs up. It lets me know this kind of content is valuable to you. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel. That way, you won't miss out on future videos packed with practical, simple tips to help you live your healthiest, happiest life at every age. Thank you so much for watching and spending this time with me. Remember, taking care of yourself, even through seemingly small things like how you drink water, makes a huge difference. Keep focusing on these simple steps. Listen to your amazing body, and continue to live your best life, feeling vibrant and strong. No matter your age,